Alright, one Sparta 123. So this is going to be a quick review of my LWRC 10.5-inch individual carbine A5. Yeah, that's a mouthful. I didn't make up the name, but that's what it's called. So, but real brief before we dive into it, let's talk about how it's set up. So again, this is 10.5-inch. It's got a EOTech EXPS 3.0 riding on top. That's the 1-dot variety, night vision compatible with a riser and a quick detach mount. It's got a Surefire dual pressure pad that is hooked up to a Steiner D-Ball A3 and a Surefire M600 DF Scout, which is mounted via a HSP SBR Thorn tail mount with LWRC's rail/QD adapter, which is here. This is LWRC hand stop kit, which I shaved this one so that way it mounts right up to the Magpul vertical grip, which is also on an LWRC rail. And on the other side is just a QD slot from LWRC, because this is a proprietary rail, which we'll talk about in a little bit. It does have their flip-up sights. Quick note, if you do buy LWRC and you want to run irons in addition to a D-ball, and I am not standing behind the camera, so don't freak out, you will have to clearance the button that releases the front sight in order for it to clear the D-ball. If not, you'll have contact and it'll cause laser divergence, which is a bad thing. Yeah, some people would say, why do you have iron sights, red dot, and Viz and IR laser? You have 4 sighting systems. Well, I am of the band camp, and yeah, I said that, or camp in general, I guess, whatever, however you want to word that. But I'm of the opinion that I do get where a lot of those guys are coming from, where it's like, okay, you got a red dot and you have a laser, you have 2 sighting systems already, you don't need iron sights. I don't know about those guys, but I have a really hard time seeing a laser in broad daylight, so I don't use the visible laser for an aiming solution unless I'm doing a specific zeroing to actually zero the IR laser. That's pretty much all I use it for. And I'm talking about like broad daylight and everything. Like maybe if you're in a house or in lower light, then I would see that as more of a viable solution. But to me, I have 2 sighting systems during the day and 2 sighting systems during the night, because using iron sights at night is not the most practical thing either. You can do it, but it kind of sucks. So yeah, just my opinion. You're more than welcome to disagree. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So yeah, so it has also a HSP D3 Sling. I like it for the most part. It is a little bit light duty for my taste, so I'm not sure how long it's going to last. I know some guys have had some longevity issues, but I do like how light it is. And actually, you can kind of see some fraying going on here, maybe. So anyway, getting right to it, this rifle probably has 3,000 rounds. I feel like I say that a lot, but it does actually have around 2,000 to 3,000 rounds. And in the beginning, when I first got it, I did have a single issue where I don't know if it was LWRC or the particular dealer that I bought it from, but the buffer tube had like it's almost, I don't want to say it was like almost bent, but it almost had like a bubble on the inside of it. And so it was causing friction on the bolt carrier group, which is causing malfunctions. And I've since taken care of that, and I clearanced it, went ahead and painted over it with some touch-up paint, and then put dry film lubricant over it again and all that jazz, and whatever. So I haven't had that issue. I did switch the charging handle, the trigger, and the buffer on this rifle, and the trigger is the Geissele SD3G, the super dynamic 3-gun trigger, the one that's single stage, 3.5 pounds. It is money. I'm firm fan, firm believer of Geisley, all of the things, Geisley Nation, you know, all the hashtags. Well worth the money. Spikes T2 buffer just because I like, you know, the tungsten powder over the traditional weights because you don't hear the shaking. Just personal preference, to be honest. Yeah, you don't really hear it when you're shooting, but that's about it. And then a Geisley charging handle, I forgot. It's the regular one, not the low profile one. Whatever their nomenclature is for that. So, yeah, I am firmly in love with this rifle. The only thing I will say I don't like is I don't like how heavy it is, but as the way the rifle is set up, it kind of comes with the territory. Everything adds weight. That D-ball is like 8 or 10 ounces, if not 12 ounces, so you almost got a pound there. But if you're setting a gun up for nighttime and night vision use, which this gun is set up for nighttime and night vision, then it's kind of a necessary evil. Of course, you do need white light. I did choose to go with the full-size Surefire because I want all the lumens / candela. This was before Mod Light came out with their little mini, where you get all of the lumens, all of the candela, just for less runtime. I am thinking about getting a Mod Light. I'm still kind of deciding if I want to go full size or if I want to go with the compact one, because then I got to buy new batteries and a whole nother system to support. So I'm not sure I really want to quite get into that. I might just get their Mod Light, and that's the same size as the full size Surefire, and then move this to my other AR. That way I can take, you know, the big P3X off of that one. If I were to have to buy this all over again, before that, the other thing I don't like 100% about it is LWRC is behind the times with their rail technology. This is a phenomenal rifle, and it's awesome that everything is a monoforge design and all that jazz. However, you know, there's M-Lock out now that is lighter weight, and their other designs, or their other rifles, excuse me, are adopting M-Lock, and I think that they should try to, you know, come with the times and make something for their piston platforms. That's another big difference. This is a piston AR, not a DI gun. I did do that on purpose because this gun was going to be running with a suppressor, and I actually, interesting conversation, I initially wanted an HK MR556. However, when I was looking to buy, they were really hard to find and they were really expensive. And I was going to SBR that, do the 10.5-inch chop or 10.3 or whatever, send it off to the business that does that. And they also do the gas block modification for the, I think it's to vent and, you know, bleed off all the excess gas and all that stuff. Reprofile the barrel and all that jazz. Get the Geisley rail, throw that on there. But that would have ended up costing me another $1,000 on top of this one, when I could just buy the LWRC. It is very similar type of system, $1,000 less money, and it has a lot of the features that I want out of box. So I decided to go with the LWRC. I do like having piston and having a dedicated suppressed setting. There are becoming more and more options for DI guns to adjust the gas system. I'm not into like having the million and different settings in order to like dial it in down to like the last oomph just to get it perfect. I'm more into, you know, suppressed or unsuppressed, keep it simple and call it a day. So this has that, it's suppressed or unsuppressed. If you saw there, you did see that it was in the suppressor setting. I do primarily have this gun suppressed pretty much all the time, and I'm going to be doing a review on this. It's a Surefire can. I'm not going to say what it is. But this gun practically lives suppressed, and I love how it does not really get dirty. And that is because it is piston. To me, if you're going to do a suppressed rifle, there's two ways of dealing with the gas. It's either at the front with the gas system, or it's at the back with the bolt carrier, or excuse me, there's a third way you could do it with the buffer system. To me, the bolt carrier and buffer system is not ideal because you're still getting all the gas back into the receiver and you're still getting the negatives of that. I'd rather deal with it from at the front and bleed off all the excess. Would I buy it again? Hell yeah. This rifle is awesome. Sparta123, signing out.